Hello everyone, happy day. Dr. Amy Schultz here with the Free Range Mama Project. Welcome back for another awesome video. I have a fun one planned for you today. We are going to chat about back to school lunches. Now, if you are a family that does traditional school, awesome. If you are a family that does homeschool, awesome. You can use lunches anywhere you go. If you're a family that does a bit of both, you do a co-op or whatever, but the things that we're going to cover today are for everyone, for lunches in general, for kiddos, to keep them on track, to make sure that we are nourishing their bodies with healthy foods, with good foods, and how to make it easy or doable for moms, for dads, as we prepare our kids to go back to school. So, a couple things that we're going to go over today. So the first one is I'm going to give you guys 4 different categories of items that are absolutely things that you should grab, invest in, because these are things that you're going to use continuously. That's thing number 1 we're going to go over. The second thing is we're going to talk about different ingredients or different chemicals, different things to avoid, and then what to replace them with. And then the third thing is I'm going to give you guys a sample meal plan for a week. So here we go. So let's start with the items to invest in. So there's 4 main things here. The first one is lunchbox. Second one is baggies. The third one is containers, and the fourth one is a bottle, so like a drinking bottle. So let's start with lunchbox. 2 things that you can look at here, and I'm going to put a couple links in the description below for ideas so you know what the heck I'm talking about and what it looks like. But for lunchbox, the first thing is investing in a bento box, and I would get a couple of them. Bento boxes are essentially a stainless steel box that has compartments. So you can do, turkey roll-ups. You can put some nuts in this one. You can put some berries in this one, some chocolate chips, whatever you put in the lunch. But it is already compartmentalized, already sectioned out. So it makes it easy, and it's just one container that has to go. That's the first thing I would get. The second thing is, if you prefer to do baggies or small containers, I would get organic cotton insulated lunch bag, and we'll talk about why it's important to do a cotton one as opposed to other ones. I'll tell you that in a second. So that's first thing. So it'd be a lunch box, either a bento box or a organic cotton bag. The second thing are baggies. Now, here's some alternatives for baggies. If you are someone that uses Ziploc, I would take them and throw them as far away from you as you possibly can. There's a ton of things in there that we want to avoid, and again, we'll talk about that in a second. Great investment here would be getting these reusable baggies. These are the ones that we use for my son. I got these on Amazon from Bumpkins. So here's a bigger one. Here's a smaller one, and you can get either a bunch of these, mix and match. But you can use these for sandwich bags. You can also use them for snacks. We use them if we're on the go for walks or for traveling. So this is a great alternative. They can be washed, either hand washed or thrown in the washing machine. So what I would probably do is get a handful of them and either wash them throughout the week, or I would just throw them in the wash at the end of the week in the washing machine. So these are ones that we use. The other thing that you can use for baggies are silicone stasher bags. This is an example. I believe this brand is from HIP, but it's basically just like a little lunch bag, a little silicone stasher bag. You'd put the food, roll it up, and then lock it in. And they have a ton of different options. They have little, I don't know what this is called, but when you pinch it and it seals. So they have those options, but they're all called silicone stasher bags. And then the third thing are bees wrap food storage. So it's literally like a beeswax wrap, and it closes from the heat and the warmth of your hand. They have a ton of different sizes that you can put, half an avocado, or you can put, veggies, and then just wrap and close it. And that's a great option for an alternative to plastic baggies. So that is my second thing that we're going to look at, items that we're going to look at investing in. The third one are containers. When I say containers, I'm thinking of like little food prep containers. We use 2 different things in our house. We either use Pyrex, so they have actual meal prep sets. We get ours at Costco. I'm sure you can get them on Amazon. Again, I'll post a couple ideas in the description below. But glass containers, if you're worried about your kiddos breaking, which I understand, stainless steel is also a great option, and you can get meal prep stainless steel containers, and I'll post those below. So that is the third thing that we're going to look at investing in as far as items go to replace our conventional lunchbox baggies. And the fourth thing is a water bottle. And for us in our house, we use glass, we use stainless steel. They do have water bottles that have, my husband's broken a couple glass water bottles, so this would probably be a good thing that we could do, but it's a glass water bottle, and then it has this protective covering over it. It's almost like a rubbery protective covering. It's supposed to be shatterproof glass, bounce proof, and because it's on the outside, it's not leaching into the bottle. So that's an option. The other thing we do is we do stainless steel. This is the one that my son has. It's a little mini clean canteen. Clean canteen's a great option. The other thing that's a great option is Hydro Flask. You want to be mindful to make sure that it doesn't have lead in it or that it's not lead soldered. And so there's a trick to this. You want to look at the bottom and look for a black dot. Don't touch that dot. But that typically means that there's lead in it. So avoid that, and again, we'll talk about that in just a second. So those are the 4 things that I would highly recommend to invest in and to get in your house so that you can get rid of the bags, so that you can get rid of the foil and all the other crud that we're trying to avoid. So let's talk about things to avoid. I mentioned lead, so we definitely want to avoid lead in our water bottles, and essentially heavy metal is typically found in water bottles. The other thing is foil, because the aluminum, so that's where that beeswax comes in nicely as an alternative. Plastics, so BPA, BPS, we want to avoid. With plastics too, please, please, please never, ever heat up plastics. If you are going to do any heating up, whether that be, we use the stove, but if you're going to use microwave, if you're going to use stove, if you're going to use convection oven, the toaster oven, I would highly recommend absolutely no plastics in the microwave and no plastics for heating up. Always use glass, or if you want to use like a stainless steel, but no plastics in the microwave. Okay, flame retardant. So when I mentioned a cotton lunch bag, for water resistant purposes, a lot of times they'll use flame retardant. So I would highly recommend, if you're using any other type of lunch bag that your kids are touching, that the food is touching, if you're putting an apple in there and it's touching the inside of the bag, you want to use an organic cotton bag. Again, this is an investment in your child's health. We want to avoid these things. There's only so much we can avoid for our kiddos, so the things that you can, please, please, please be proactive. It greatly affects their ability to focus in school. It affects skin, it affects respiratory, it affects brain development. So these are big things. Avoid flame retardants at all costs. The other thing too is a PVC, vinyl, PVDC. Those again are going to be found in plastics, or like I said, vinyl, or in some bags. So you want to be super mindful. I always go and just look at the ingredients and see what it's made with. DEHA is a plasticizer, so in a lot of cases it's replaced phthalates. If you heard me talk about phthalates are what make plastic flexible. We want to avoid those at all costs. It's an endocrine disruptor and they can be cancer causing. So avoid those absolutely. And then DWR, which are durable water repellents, again, to make our lunch bags water resistant. The main one is PFC, which is perfluorochemicals. So when we're looking at things to avoid, I gave you that list. The things to replace them with are, we talked about stainless steel, we talked about glass, silicone, cotton, the food wax wrap. They also have awesome, you can do parchment paper, but they also have awesome sandwich bags. So they're sandwich and snacks bags made with paper. Super easy that you can just toss if you're looking to do that, as opposed to having something like this. Again, there's options, but please, please, please make some changes here so we can decrease the toxicity load in our kids. The final thing here that we use, and we absolutely love it, super fun, are what we call a bamboo spork. A spork, so it's a spoon and a fork, and it's bamboo, so you're not dealing with, you can do stainless steel as well, but you're not dealing with the plastics. And it has a spoon on one side, a fork on the other, and then sometimes it'll have a little edge on that fork that can be as a knife. And it's all in one, so I would highly recommend getting those. Those are easy to throw in a diaper bag, they're easy to throw in a to-go bag or in the lunch bag. So those are the things to replace the items that we are avoiding or that we are getting rid of. The last thing I want to give you guys is the meal plan, and I wrote this out last night and it made me hungry as I was reading it. So this is just an example if you're looking for new ideas, if you're racking your brain at different things to give your kiddo to try. I always like to give a mixture of everything or a little bit of everything so that I can see what my son likes and get him exposed to different foods. It's super important for gut health. Super, super important for gut health. Let me say that again, for gut health, which is the serotonin, which is sleep, which is mood, which is immune system, that they get diet variation so that they get exposed to different foods. We want to avoid doing like the same 5 foods. If your kiddo is a kiddo that only eats the same 5 foods or the same 6 foods, 8 foods, reach out to me. Comment below because I want to help you. We've got to be able to get that kiddo more food so that we get diversity in their gut. So okay, let me give you the meal plan now. So meal plan, so I do this for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So a sample meal plan for Monday would be nitrate-free turkey. You can also do chicken breast if you prefer that. Avocado slices, watermelon, grain-free granola, and kale chips. Grain-free granola, we use Purely Elizabeth, and I believe it's called Autumn's Gold. We get it at Costco. Tuesday would be a nitrate-free organic chicken sausages. I would cook those up, and you can just kind of slice them up. Again, if you have a bento box, you can put all of this in the box and send it as one. Jackson's Honest sweet potato chips. They are delicious and they have no bad oils. It's literally sweet potato, sea salt, and coconut oil. They're really darn good. So I would put that in there, and then Barry's trail mix. If you're going to do a trail mix, I would highly recommend only using raw nuts. These are individual baggies that we get at Trader Joe's. Raw nuts, you can throw in, sometimes we'll throw in coconut pieces or coconut flakes. Sometimes we'll throw in Lily's chocolate chips. Those are delicious, but again, just be mindful of what you're putting in. I prefer to make my own trail mix so I can control the oils that are used, the sugars that are used, the type of nuts that are used, and again, we just do bulk and then kind of mix and match. So that's Tuesday, and then Wednesday would be grass-fed beef sticks. These are our favorite, and I'll post these in the comment below. They're 100% grass-fed beef sticks from Paleo Valley. Original is delicious, jalapeno, summer sausage, garlic summer sausage, all super dang good. They also have turkey sticks as well. Olives, we get these from Thrive. If you haven't checked out Thrive, go do that now. Thrive is amazing. They also, not only do they have discounts on healthy foods, but it helps because you can pick per diet. So you can do grain-free, keto, paleo, dairy-free, and then you also can go to the product and read the ingredients. So super great. We got these for grab and goes. For myself and my son, they are little packages of pitted olives. So delicious. So that would be something else. And then Seaweed Snacks. My son loves these. He eats them whole and straight to the face. So with the Seaweed Snacks, what you want to look for are the oils. With this one, olive oil is what's used in it, but you want to avoid any hydrogen oils, canola oil, soybean oil. I think I mentioned all of them. Yeah. So just olive oil. So this is the one that we use as the sea snacks. So that would be Wednesday. So you've got the beef sticks, you got the olives, the seaweed snacks. The other thing that we do too is raw cheese. So cutting up pieces of raw cheese. Thursday, hard-boiled egg, coconut oil, cheesy popcorn. We use Lesser Evil. There's a couple different brands out there, but Lesser Evil has some great popcorn. Celery with seed butter or nut butter. Sunflower seed, almond, cashew, butter are all great options. You can put some raisins on that, and then crackers with hummus. Again, with the hummus, check the oils. Only should be using olive oil if there's an oil in it. Avoid hydrogen oils, avoid canola, avoid soybean. These are the crackers that we use. I hope that you guys can see those okay. They're Simple Mills. These are our favorite ones. The rosemary and sea salt are the best. So they're grain-free and gluten-free crackers. They're made with almond flour. And Friday, veggies with hummus, coconut milk yogurt. You can also use a cashew milk. You can use almond milk. You can use oat milk. If you choose to do mainstream yogurt, I would try and avoid the added sugars and the gunk in it. The added jelly and all the other sugar that they throw on top. Grain-free granola bar, dehydrated fruit, and organic nitrate-free turkey and cream cheese roll-ups. Those are delicious. Take some turkey, put a little bit of cream cheese, roll them up, and then just stick them in there, and they're delicious. So that's my sample meal plan. I hope that was helpful. If you have questions, put them in the comments below. If you have kiddos that are struggling with specific food things, put them in the comments below. I help families with this all the time, and I want to help you. So let me know what I can do to help you guys out. Let me know what you need more of. If you are new to my channel, please subscribe, hit the notification bell so you get notifications when we drop new content. Bless you guys, love you guys, have an amazing day, and happy back to school. Bye.